The following program is rated TVMA. It is intended only for mature audiences.
Alrighty, yo, what it do, everybody, man. Welcome everyone back to another episode of the 1130 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling. What's good? Y'all already know it's your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels. Appreciate everyone tuning in, man, on this Wednesday. It's a real cool Wednesday, man, though. For real chill Wednesday. But yo, we live here, man, on all social media platforms, man. Here, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Man, appreciate everyone definitely tuning in and rocking with your boy, man. Definitely, if you're new to the show and if you haven't done so already, before we get into that good old wrestle talk, man, here on this Wednesday, definitely hit the like button down below. Follow, share, hit the notification bell, and most importantly, definitely make sure you subscribe. Not only right here on the 1130 podcast, but also on the Buzzing with Marlo podcast as well. We live on Buzzing with Marlo social media channels as well. But yo, man, this is going to be a cool fun one, man. I'm not alone, man. It's Wednesday, so you know what that means, man. On this edition of Talk Pro Wrestling, I got my guy Warren Marlo in the building. We back at it on another Wednesday. Came back last Wednesday with commission talks, and we gonna keep the ball rolling on, man, for real. With no further ado, I'll bring on my guy, the host of Buzzing with Marlo, my guy Warren Marlo. What it do? What's going on, man?
What's up? How you doing, man? Ooh,
hey, man.
That's actually feeling a little great today. All right.
Oh, okay.
How's it going, Bubba?
Hey, it's going. You know, we was chatting before, but
we got nice little light backgrounds. Look at that. You got your little cool little light picture.
Yeah.
We're really trying to upgrade. We're really trying to do this thing.
Yeah, she got a little.
We've upgraded, bro. You think about it. We've done some virtual backgrounds. We up to this now.
Oh boy, talk about them virtual backgrounds. She got her light on in the corner.
With that virtual background, like cut off your arm and stuff. It was like, gosh, dang it.
Yeah, I couldn't do it, man. I started seeing a couple of stuff. I'm like, man, I think that'll be cool though. I actually want to get them kind of like on the ceiling though. I got some ones that you know, like a lamp Jones.
All I'm missing is like one little part of the line just go around this way because Matthew's all about lights. So it's just light it up in here. Hold on. I think we got a little gimmick right here.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Yeah.
A little moody in there. All right. Here we go.
Yeah, she always be having a light on in the corner. I try to cut it off too, try to, you know, have it, you know, look a little cool in the background, changing colors and stuff. But yeah, man, you know, it's going, man, on a Wednesday, and yeah, you know, getting ready. I know you hit me up with a message earlier, asking me about Lil Man, and yeah, the end of August is coming soon.
That's smart. Yeah. It's smart doing that. Like, we had a rant about this at work recently. We were like, why is school start so early in August? It should literally be after Labor Day.
It was. Well,
it only makes sense, but no.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but have school always started before Labor Day with you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Yeah, man. Like growing up, man, I remember school used to start this first week of September after Labor Day, man.
Everybody keeps saying that. Samantha was even having a rant about that, and I'm like, I've never experienced that.
Yeah, I experienced that.
Annabelle just started school today, so.
Yeah, and then I think it was because of all that. Well, I know from here in the city, you know, they, you know, I think pushed it up because I think all the snow days, some stuff or whatever. But yeah, man, the last week of August, getting ready, man. So Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. All right, man. We got commission talk. You guys here for that good old wrestle talk, man. We got some wrestling hot takes. We definitely gonna get into on this commission talk episode, and we gonna be just shooting the shit, man. Talking some good old wrestling though. But first and
Right.
foremost, Mo, let's kind of like dive into our first sort of topic here on the episode, man. This past, I believe it was Sunday, man. I was playing a game pretty much all day. Just I was like, yo, I got the Game Pass, Xbox
Bro, I
Game
told you
Pass,
that thing is amazing.
man, and I was
Bro,
in this
the
joint.
sad thing is my kids, I got that Game Pass specifically for them. They only play
Mm,
Roblox. So it's like I
Roblox,
geared myself to it. And I got to play RoboCop. I got to play all these things.
man.
I was like, man, I'm having a ball with that.
Look, I done downloaded the game, the Bluey game on the joint, and my little man, every time he come in here, he
Oh
think he's supposed to cut the Xbox on and play Bluey. But yeah, man, I was playing Call of Duty World War II and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2,
Okay.
which I got through both of them. I'm on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 right now. But yeah, man, I was just playing the game and shit like that, and I got on social media, and I was hearing about this Karrion Kross documentary, man. I don't know you heard about it or whatever like that. Of course, Karrion Kross took on Sami Zayn at SummerSlam, and Karrion Kross definitely, indulge and goes into a lot of things. Obviously, his new book and
Yeah, I
his
heard he got
creative
that new
mind.
book.
Yeah, man. I think I'm pretty sure. I know, like the last one I noticed was like Becky Lynch. I know she got a book out, and I'm pretty sure others though. But it was really cool to see Karen Cross wrote a book. But his documentary out, man. It definitely raised a lot of eyebrows, raised a whole lot of eyebrows. In my opinion, man, I was just like, yo, it's just to me, just to me. Now, I'm hearing it, it may not be a work, it could be legitimately like, he's gone or whatever like that, which is, probably is the case. But I was just saying, man, when I clicked on it and I was like, yo, like, it's just so ironic that this came out like 2 weeks after the
Yeah.
whole WWE Unreal Joan on Netflix, and just revealing some, behind the scenes stuff. Obviously, Karrion Cross getting his spotlight in this documentary on his YouTube channel, and going on. And I was just thinking, man, like this guy, like just if we go back for the last couple of ones, it was who was it? I know it was obviously our truth. It was someone else. Who was it? Cause we was like, well, I want to say the whole Seth Rollins thing. What happened at
Yeah.
SummerSlam? Seth Rollins, he went on a couple of shows. It was like, yeah, man, my knee is completely busted. I'm gonna be out for some time. And me personally, I'm like, oh shit, he might be out for some time. Come SummerSlam, come find out, yeah, Seth Porter, over all of our heads. And even it goes back to the R Truth one when R Truth got released. And I'm not really like saying they, are comparing each one of them, but just seeing WWE sort of track record here, do you think this could be used as something to build him up though? And possibly bring him back, because he didn't get released. I'm hearing that a new contract was offered, and maybe he declined it. Maybe wanted to, focus on the book or anything else like that though. But yeah, I don't know if you've seen the documentary, but if you have, what was your thoughts on it, and how you feel about, this probably being a work to sort of get Karrion Kross back up, and seeing how many people are invested in him also.
Well, we about to talk about the topic that thousands of podcasters have been talking about for the last 4 days now. I feel like I've scrolled social media and everyone said something about this. Um, it could go either way, but I want to dial back a little bit when we talk about our truth. The releasing of our truth. WWE never announced that they released him. He put it on his social media. That's why it was a shocker to where that was. But isn't it a coincidence that our truth also was debuting an album literally the day after?
Mm.
So, like you just said, Karrion Cross is about to have a book out.
Hmm.
I really think this, and I'm going to give a shout out to a certain podcast I watched. I haven't always agreed to what he says because he's a pro AEW guy. But 401 Hills podcast. Aaron, I know he will lose his mind that I'm actually giving him a shout out. He made a good point with this. If Karrion Kross would have won the Intercontinental title a while back, would we have cared about it? Or would it have been, oh, that's a cool moment and that's it? Or what we're doing with him right now, we're building him up to where the We Want Kross Nation goes, to where Karrion Kross can be the biggest heel out there. We've always said it when Karrion Kross first signed back. He really needed to be a guy that could battle Cody, could go against Seth, could go against the big powerhouse baby faces that we are all looking at and like, hey man, they can fit to that par. Obviously, I felt like he was going to get a cupping up rank with Sami Zayn. Obviously, we got a different reaction out of it. It could go either way. I saw the documentary was an hour long.
Yeah.
I mean, Scarlett, WWE has been wanting to do a lot more with Scarlett. They've been known for this. I feel like this is going to be the next season for WWE Unreal is regarding to this Karrion Kross thing.
I heard that.
I mean, it could go either way. If Karrion Kross if he's released, he's going to be well protected going into the Indies. He did just fine last time. But if this is what we quote unquote say work, it's going to be really interesting how they're going to do it. I would play it out if that's going to be the case. I would play it out to where Karrion Kross doesn't show up for a month. See if we really get that We Want Kross chant all around, or is it just going to be that flavor to where fans is just, it's a cool moment now, but then we forget about it next week. That's where I feel like that's where you can really take the test and be like, all right, this is what we need to know if Karrion Kross is going to be around. This is what we're going to need to find out over this. But like you just said, what a coincidence. This documentary reminded me of when Bret Hart got screwed by Vince McMahon. And I remember when there was a Cody Rhodes episode on a podcast, and he was talking about this. He said, is it a coincidence that they made it a film? And then you just get the storyline. But you never saw Vince get hit by Bret. You never saw Bret hit Vince backstage. They bleeped all that out. So, who knows? Maybe that could have also been a show and a part of the thing. So, I mean, this could be a very interesting concept. But the question is, if the fans really feel like they could be an effective factor out of it, and I said this numerous times, if y'all like Karrion Kross, buy his merch. If y'all like Karrion Kross, go nuts on social media for him. This is y'all's hopes. Y'all feel like y'all's voices are more controlled in wrestling than anybody. I feel like this is where that makes that test. And I mean, I think I still believe he re-signed, but I mean, who knows?
Yeah. And it's he
got this little documentary out. He had that documentary out for WrestleMania, and it was kind of like playing that pity party standpoint with him. And then the fans started getting behind him because of it. So it's like, I don't know where we're going to go with that.
I do agree when you say, if the fans want Karrion Kross, buy his merch and all that, you look at Money Talks Bullshit Walk. So, if that's the case, WWE look at it.
That's why CM Punk is what he is.
Exactly.
Him, but he is a draw.
I want to say something because you said one thing I thought was interesting. I kind of disagreed a little bit, but I feel like even if Karrion Kross won the Intercontinental Championship, I don't think, even in this run, let's say just this run right now, before he got released and everything, even if he won an Intercontinental Championship, that'd have been like a talk, that'd have been a thing, for like, he won an Intercontinental title ship, like, y'all don't want to do nothing with him. But I think more people got behind him because obviously he came from the Indies, he was Killer Kross, and then he shows up in NXT, do his thing in NXT, like he was dope in NXT, badass. And then around that time,
I still believe he would have had a Brock push.
yeah,
if he did not get destroyed with that gimmick.
Exactly. And I talk about there's a lot too, like a lot of people around that time who were in NXT who was coming up and they hit the main roster, boy, they fell flat. And whether it was Vince McMahon or not, I don't know. But I think a lot of people really got behind Karrion Kross even more because yes, we knew him from the Indies as Killer Kross. Boom, he's in NXT now. Oh man, he's doing fantastic. He gets to the main roster, we all excited. We want to see him do something, and then we all know what happened next, right? You know, like they put the fucking mask on him. Yeah, like, and it was like, what in the world are they doing with this guy? Like,
Festus and Kane if they had a baby.
Yeah, like what in the world? Like this ain't Killer Kross. You gotta be kidding me. And I think when that grew a whole lot of frustration among fans and among people who were supportive of Karrion Kross and Killer Kross, and then boom, once he got released, you know,
you just said that perfectly. It's on the fans. So when he come back, why didn't we make that like, oh my God, let's really push this guy. Let's go. Why did he have to make a documentary for you to care about?
No, I don't think he did have to make a documentary. I believe what it was that he
dialed in and watching his little promos. He didn't even have to be in the ring, and I was dialed in.
Yeah. It's more so, I don't feel like he had to make a documentary. I feel like the right timing and everything surrounding it, the documentary was just the added fuel on the fire for his, for fans getting behind him. I think what it was is just like, well, we see CM Punk, we see John Cena, we see all these guys, we see Rhea Ripley, we see all of these people.
First before we really build a foundation off of it.
I mean, kind of though, but we see all these big top superstars, and then when the Battle Royal comes up, and then it's like, oh man, who's all in this Battle Royal? Okay, yeah, they go. Karrion Kross, oh shit, man, we ain't seen him in a minute. Well, love if they gave him a push. It's like a guy you forgot that was there, but you knew you liked him. Yeah. But they just was like, oh, you remember this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's to me, it's kind of like that really got the fans more so behind him. It was like we always used to seeing everybody else, but it's like, well, where's the guy that we kind of want to see, but you guys don't really show us like that.
Think of it like, remember Steve Blackman? Nobody remembers Steve Blackman until he was announced that he was going to be a guest on Chris Van Vliet's podcast. Then all kinds of clips just went back on about Steve Blackman. Like, oh, he could have been this. He could have done this. Like, it was just these little things. And, like, you said it at its best, bro. Wrestling fans, I say, Cena hit this spot on. What do we get? They look at it for a second. They're like a kid looking at a toy. Oh, I'm coming in there to get a Power Ranger toy. But they got this big blue ball lights up, and oh my gosh, that looks cool. Or we got this game, or like there's just so many different varieties. You get blinded based off of what you see from that part because wrestling's an ongoing thing. TV, Netflix, or USA, like you got 2 to 3 hours to get this stuff crammed in. You only got your attention so much around. So when you see Karrion Kross on these promos, I felt like they did very well with. But when it came to a deliverance and a match standpoint, he needed to win matches. I'll be real. He needed to win some matches to build his credibility. Now,
yeah, and we all know that, how that goes. It's not like, like you go up and be like, it's not like UFC.
You're going to lose a lot of matches, but you have to also in the same way protect the bad guy at the same essence. Like that match that Sami Zayn and him had at SummerSlam, that should have been Sami coming back over on Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross should have never lost the previously matches. He should have made it to where Sami's questioning like, oh my gosh, maybe he's right, certain things. And then when Sami gets that big win off, it would have been a different effect. But we sat there and was like, oh, Karrion won on Raw, Sami won this one, and now Sami's going to win at SummerSlam just to edge off a draw. It didn't make that as impactful as it could have been at the same time. So, I mean, it could go either way. But like I said, man, it's on the fans. If you want this guy on, go nuts. Look what it did for Cody.
Well, yeah,
we wrote the rock out for Cody.
I want to ask you a question. Is it similar like to one guy, which we're gonna get into in a little bit, as far as the next wrestling take though? L.A. Knight. You
Yeah.
remember when L.A. Knight, sort of got big, well, he started getting momentum behind him, and of course WWE, I also feel like once you start, once you I want to say interrupt, or once you like throw a curveball into creative, or you throw a curveball into everything that's supposed to happen in the next 3 months, 6 months, or whatever like that, and you wasn't in that plan. I feel like you got a lot to prove,
Right.
and WWE sort of rebels on them people. Look at Daniel Bryan. I don't think Daniel Bryan was really in the the little joke, but everybody was like, "Yo, give my man Daniel Bryan a chance."
It
He
was the
didn't win the
17
Rumble,
seconds. It
and
was the 17 seconds when he
yeah,
lost to Sheamus in
and
18 seconds with the title, which
and
never
then
heard of a world heavyweight title match less
but
than 18 seconds at WrestleMania.
yeah, but with Daniel Bryan was multiple things. I feel like that led up to that though, because of course, yeah, it was just so much. But with LA Knight, it was just like, okay, WWE was like, okay, all right, they behind you. Let's see if how really they behind you. We're gonna give you the Roman. You're gonna let Roman pick the bones out of you, and let's see if the fans really behind you. Now, yeah, it fell off a little bit. It really did. Which it's still hanging on, but the fans still go crazy. Saying LA Knight, yeah, all that stuff like that.
I
So
feel like the bad part about that was he was getting very hot, but you still had the Cody Rhodes, you still had the Sami Zayns, you still had all these different guys that really have busted their tail to get that storyline. They needed to, in reality, sonority standpoint, they should be the ones to come first because they're the ones that have been there longer. Now, I agree to an extent of what you say about LA Knight. The problem with LA Knights was he shouldn't have lost. Hear me out. Instead of him losing that match, it should have built up to a feud with him to make the reason of why he's gonna have to keep chasing. Where the fans can build him more and be like, hey, all right, LA Knight's really coming up in the screen. Like LA Knight has not we sit here and say what we want on him, but in a way, he's still used as a main card guy. Like
yeah,
LA
yeah,
Knight is on SmackDown as a marquee guy. If they're wanting to sell tickets, they're going to say LA Knight's there. Fans are going to go, yeah. It's those little things that okay, it's brewing, it's brewing, it's brewing. The biggest thing is right now, we're waiting till John Cena's done. That's when we can get that part done. Then we can build the foundation of where we're going to get more guys. Now, there could be a way LA Knight could go against John Cena, which I wish that they would have done a heel run John Cena versus LA Knight to where it could have really benefited LA Knight to a win or a loss, regardless, he's in a main card picture. And I feel like that's what they're trying to do with CM Punk right now. But the question is, you've got so many main guys are out right now. It's hard to push the guys that are drawing the money, the tickets, like reality. Cody,
yeah,
CM Punk, Seth
yeah,
Rollins. We're
yeah. I
trying
don't.
to build their faction. We're trying to build these little things. Like you're trying to build so much into this. That's why with Roman's storyline, Roman can come and go because now it gives an opportunity to people like, all right, now Roman's going to be here next month. What do we want to do to get everybody excited for that? Like it's those little brewing moments. Like I feel like those are the things that makes it click and makes it keep going. But in the same way, you can build new around it. And I feel
Yeah.
like Knight's just got to keep waiting on that opportunity. When he
No.
gets that opportunity, don't fail
Mm,
on a promo, don't fail in a match, and just deliver every single time to where they cannot refuse this man.
no. I agree. I agree. I really do. But I also would say that even when I got into wrestling and watching it, and then as getting older, I sort of understood. Always wondered why, but I understood why a lot of people who enjoy wrestling always fell in love with guys like in the mid card, whether it was
Yeah. K-Quid, Road
K
Dog,
Quit, Road
Dean
Dog, Dean
Malenko,
Malenko, just certain
Billy
guys, and I
Gunn,
feel like
badass Billy
and
Gunn.
Exactly,
Three
same
different
thing.
gimmicks for Billy Gunn. The
Look,
one Billy Gunn,
look.
Mr. Ass, like all those.
Of course, you're gonna have your top stars. You're gonna have your John Cena's and your Cody Rhodes. You're gonna have them, but I feel like that middle foundation is really, really important. Like I don't think
Those are the
really.
ones that gets the regular TV show
Yeah,
program.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I mean, of course, there's only one spot, and of course, the number two want to be the number one, number four want to be the number one. But if you're in the mid card, and we all learn, like everybody is not going to become WWE champion. Everybody ain't going to be. She got the okay. Everybody ain't gonna become WWE champion. I think once you learn that, and once you just like do what you can do the best, you feel me? Like, and it been certain guys that was in the mid card, guys like a R-Truth, like a Demon,
Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero. Even though
great
Eddie,
example of you can get up in the ranks.
yeah,
You gotta just wait that time and just keep delivering what you can.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, you can get up in the ranks though, but they was the foundation of the show. You feel me? You're gonna see everybody. The main event is the main event. These top guys. You're gonna maybe see a segment in the between the shows though, but anything in between is mid card. You feel me? Like I feel like that is the foundation.
You need that mid card to get you to the main event.
Exactly. So I feel like, when you got guys who are coming up or guys that the fans would like to see, even, we got social media now. We want Kross trending.
The problem is there's just too many stacked on the roster. Like,
but that's what I'm saying though. But that's the funny thing though too as well.
Like we got benches right now for all these talents.
But hear me out though. You got Raw, we got NXT, we got SmackDown, we got TNA. We got 4 fucking shows though, where a lot of people who got
TNA now is like how they were doing NXT. They're just drawing them over there.
Yeah, they drawing them over there. Even people who got released though, from like Jakira Jackson, and she was with Lance Legend. She's in NXT. So I mean not NXT, but TNA. So it's like even Nia Jax had a banger match last night on NXT with Last Legend. So like you can move around certain people, especially like you can move around certain people, and it'll be cool to see, certain individuals on NXT, especially if they were already there. You know how that Florida fan base, they gonna be like, oh, we excited. It's like you coming back to high school, after you graduated. You're like, oh shit, you back, bro. Like, so it's like it's real cool. They can move around people. So it's like it's a bunch of shows. Of course, everybody want to be the number one, which you can't though. But you just gotta do what you do at best though. And I feel like I just got a theory, man. I feel like WWE don't like LA Knight, and they don't like Karrion Kross, and that goes back to what I was saying. Now, that's just my opinion.
That's the story. That's why they're making you believe right now.
Maybe so, because I feel like Karrion Kross.
How long did it take Cody Rhodes to get to a main card?
Well, I didn't watch
Seth Rollins to get to a main card. Steph had to finally split away from the Shield to even get looked at. To even be like, I remember when he betrayed Roman. They had to carry him as a heel just because it didn't feel right, because we didn't even know who Seth Rollins was in the group, because we're thinking, oh, you're the guy. Like the only guy that caught our eyes in the Shield, be honestly, was Dean. Dean Ambrose was the one who was like, all right, that's gonna be the bad guy. We know, switch off, whatever. Yeah, we really thought Rollins was gonna be the one lost in the shuffle on the Shield at first, but then we got this foundation. They try to introduce this stuff, and he had to really go through some growing pains to get to that route. Like, it's those scenarios. I feel like with LA Knight, he's delivering, but there is sometimes that they have challenged him and he has not got the upper hand. Great.
I want to say
The Miz obliterated LA Knight on a microphone.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was in DC back in February. I remember that show.
If you think about it, if you keep those moments, keep them rise up, and just keep delivering. That's all you can do.
Yeah, no. I hear you though. I really do. But with Cody,
Triple H vibes so much.
Yeah, but with Cody, I can't. I don't know. I really can't speak too much on Cody. once Cody left, I believe it was 2011-ish, whatever it was. No, it wasn't 2011 because he took on Big Show, WrestleMania 28. That was in 2012. Whenever Cody Rhodes left WWE, I didn't follow him in between. So I don't, I don't really know. All I just know is like, oh, well, that was Cody Rhodes as sort of a mid-carder coming up, which he was, he brought that white Intercontinental Championship, strap on TV. I was like, okay, Cody, but then when he came back, obviously he was the American Nightmare. Obviously, he was in AEW before, so that's a little different for me. But Seth, I think with Seth, they said, all right, the fans, they feel like Dean Ambrose is going to be the guy. And Roman, look at Roman, like, oh man, you could just see Vince. You could see Vince McMahon just
drooling on it like a damn.
Vince McMahon, yeah, he just drooling. Oh yeah, that's my guy right there. So you know what they did? They said, all right, let's flip this shit. We're gonna make Seth it, and no one wants to see that coming. He gonna stab both of them in the back. He gonna stab both of the guys that everybody thought that is the guy.
Seth has always shocked us in every factor that he's done.
Yes. So that's hands down, man. But all the way to wrap it up, we'll round it all the way back. If it is a work, or if it is, a thing to actually build up him,
it'll be cool. This really will help him. If not, like we just said, Cody left, went and made a damn difference, done what he needed to do. Karrion Kross can do the same damn thing.
Okay, all right.
It's not like he's gonna struggle in the Indies.
Mm-hmm. All right, man. We got AEW tonight, man. I've been, checking out AEW, obviously, man, and I've been watching it, man. AEW been doing their thing. I like the Mercedes Moné and what's my girl name? Athena. I think they supposed to have something going on, so I want to see Athena win it. I feel like she's been Ring of Honor champion for a long time, so I kind of want to see her get up there.
And that's the sad part. You haven't really got that moment to figure out why.
I don't know if it's just me though. I don't know if you saw it, but I feel like it was way too soon to take MJF right out of the Hurt Syndicate. Now, whether it was a silly move to even put him in the Hurt Syndicate to begin with, I just feel like, man, that just happened so fast.
I heard it's between MVP and Tony Khan, so
MVP and Tony Khan. Yeah, it seems as though, man, MVP and them having some issues everywhere they go, Obviously in WWE, MVP felt like that they had the Bloodline story and the Bloodline took their story, and now they in AEW, and now he feel like it's some other way. Who knows? But yeah, man, AEW, man, I guess
the biggest thing is I got against with Montel. I mean, good dude. Always has been great. Always was good at helping me. Good ear to listen to, whatever. But there is when we got that ego standpoint, and like you just said, he's got a dirty closet when it comes to all the businesses that he's worked. So, I mean, it's just adding up, and then it sucks because I thought it was great storytelling what they were doing, putting MJF with the Hurt Syndicate. Which, in a way, it could have really helped the Hurt Syndicate at the same time. Because, in a way, MJF battling Bobby Lashley or something is more believable than watching him face...
Speedball. Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Make me make sense. Come on now.
Yeah, man. But I think another reason why they, didn't, I think another reason why they took him out, because I think it was so predictable. Like, we already knew that MJF...
Bobby Lashley overpowers MJF.
Yeah, like, we already knew that was going to be a thing. Like, MJF going to get sick and tired, and he's going to get jealous, or, and they're going to kick him out. Some shit like that, or whatever like that. So, I don't know.
He's the Kevin Owens of AEW. Like, there's the best reference right there. Like,
Devin, what's going on?
You can't trust him.
Yeah, what's going on? I just thought I mentioned AEW so people won't think we just, ram it over AEW. Triple A, man, they doing their thing. So WWE is going to be airing Triple Mania this Saturday on YouTube, on a YouTube channel, man. Dirty Dom been doing his thing. Obviously, AJ Styles been trying to get a hold of him though.
I
My
love what they're
theory,
doing. I love
yeah,
what
yeah,
they're doing.
yeah. I love the whole cat and mouse game though. You got Dirty Dom just trying to do everything. You hit my man wore the mask, and as soon as El Grande's metal plate fell out, he put it up, picked it up, put it in his
I know
mask, and
nothing of that.
I said, "Oh man, this is crazy though." But yo, man, real fast though. Speaking of Dirty Dom, and obviously he's going to Triple Mania, Triple A over the weekend, competing for the Triple A Mega Championship. Man, how do you feel about Dirty Dom? And do you like? Is the sky's the limit for Dirty Dom? Do you feel like he's going to be either bigger than his father or bigger, possibly bigger than close to Eddie? You know?
Um, one mask guy to another. I always say Ray is the greatest masked wrestler of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I've said it numerous times when it comes to Charlotte Flair. Everybody's like, oh, that's Ric Flair's daughter. No. Ric Flair is the father of Charlotte Flair. I look at it
Yeah.
as more of a higher up. We're getting to that point where Dom is a lot higher than Ray. I
Mm.
4 years ago, I would have told you you're absolutely nuts saying
Yep.
this.
Yep.
But the stuff that this kid is doing, my goodness, you look at him, you want to punch him in the face. Um, I mean, just the attitude. You hear him what he eats. Like you're telling me this guy's a professional wrestler and he's eating chicken tenders all the damn day, all the time. Like you're telling me this dude's eating French fries all day. Like it's like these little things. He knows exactly to get something under your skin, but in the same time, the fans are starting to change a little bit. They're starting to love Dom, and pretty soon Dom is going to be one of the big baby faces on the company. Um,
Mm-hmm.
if if they're doing smart marketing, Dom will win the triple threat.
That's what I was hoping, you know. But I mean, do you want to, keep the momentum of a heel Dirty Dom going, or
In
do
a
you
way,
want to?
you're
Or
gonna have to do something shady or something to where his match will dial in at Clash of Paris or something. Like you're gonna have to do something where, well, probably AJ will probably get involved and probably cause Dom in the match. I feel like
hmm,
that might be a scenario just because of what happened on Monday Night Raw. Obviously, AJ is still chasing Dom, which I know a lot of fans have been upset about it. Like, oh, AJ looks so weak. Like they're jobbing him out. They're not jobbing AJ out. They're
I don't
making a
think they're
great
jobbing them
story.
out.
They're building a great foundation. What's it going? So
You
yeah,
feel me?
y'all
Like,
take that advice to somewhere else. But
yeah,
Dom right now, they need to have him win the championship because Dom can go do exactly what he did with the NXT North American title. Take it on Raw, take it on SmackDown. The
hmm. Still there? I think we might lost my guy Marlo. All right, all right, all right. All right, we're gonna wait for him to come back in though. But if you guys can hear me, then we all goody. But yeah, man, Dirty Dom, man. I feel like, yo, Devin, you said it, man. The future is definitely bright. With Dirty Dom, in WWE, obviously going to Triple Mania, this coming weekend, and he's going to be in, I believe, a Fatal 4-Way matchup with Dirty Dom. I think El Grande is in it. I'm not too sure though, but Vikingo. He's gonna be defending his AAA Mega Championship. I see my man Devin gonna be doing a live stream. Drop in there, and check it out. I'm not too familiar with everyone in AAA. I don't want to just be reacting just to be reacting. On the joint. Besides what's my man name? Mr. Iguana. Now that's my man name. Mr. Iguana is real dope. All right, we're gonna try to see if Warren. We're gonna try to take him off the screen real fast and see if we can get him situated, man. I think his internet froze up and went out. But yeah, man, Dirty Dominic Mysterio, he's definitely doing his thing, man, and I can say he's literally surpassing his father right now. as a WWE superstar. And I remember a lot of people was like, "Yo, man, Dirty Dom need to go back down to NXT. Dirty Dom, man, need to, he need to go to NXT first, especially when he was up on the main roster the first initial time, winning the tag team titles with the dad, and everybody was like, "Yo, man, the kid's so green." And then, eventually he turned on his dad and he went with Rhea Ripley, joined the Judgment Day, and then Dirty Dom and Rhea had this little thing where whether it was Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's Day, all these, celebrations, holidays or whatever, they'll go around and sort of ruin it for the Mysterios and stuff like that. So, man, I think Dirty Dom, man, is definitely going to be something, man, in the future. I personally thought they were going to pull the trigger on the whole Finn Balor Dirty Dom thing. Maybe that'll be the reason Dirty Dom becomes a babyface. I think he's already beloved by a lot of people, but it's just like the cool thing to do. Like, it's the boo Dirty Dominic, man. Like, you want to hit a whole building, go crazy, boo. Let's boo Dirty Dom, man, for real. My man done had Rhea Ripley. My man done had Liv Morgan. He was about to have Roxanne. So, man, like, my man getting woman, dog. His stock started to rise ever since he got with Rhea Ripley. Yeah, once he got with Rhea Ripley, everything from there just went straight through the moon. Who knows when they decide to break up the Judgment Day? Yeah, who knows? And I would have thought that would have been all Finn Balor. Finn Balor, he was the guy who replaced the Edge. Edge sort of came up with the Judgment Day, was the foundation behind it. Edge came in, Finn Balor came in, kicked out of Edge, and sort of Finn Balor been in the group ever since. And he's seen Rhea Ripley come in, win women's championships, Damian Priest, win Money in the Bank, win World Heavyweight Championship. Everybody coming in winning titles besides me. Yeah, he was tag team champions with JD McDonough, which they are still tag team champions. Which they did lose it and won it back though. But everybody having success, sort of besides me. JD is still up and coming. He's still, learning. What other person for him to be with Finn Balor? Like, it just works perfectly well. But yeah, I think Finn Balor, man, should be the one who destroys the Judgment Day, man. Like, for real. Like, I feel like Raquel only got in it because she was Liv Morgan's tag team partner before Liv was even in the Judgment Day. Carlito was there just to be there after he got, released. JD obviously, got, invited in because best friends with Finn Balor. So, and then Dirty Dom, he was in it because of Rhea Ripley, and I think it would be a great addition of having, Finn Balor would be the reason why the Judgment Day crumbles down, and even taking out Dirty Dom. So, hey, we'll see, Mr. Steal Your Girl. Yeah, Mr. Steal Your Girl, though. I figured, man, the Wi-Fi went out, man. Oh, the power. Yeah.
Apparently, there's a bad storm that just went on. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah, it look like it's gonna storm here, rain here though. But yeah, a little conversation, man. A little bit of, we was just, obviously talking about, Dirty Dom and everything like that, and how his stock rose ever since he joined with Rhea Ripley and everything. But when they decide to break up the Judgment Day, man, I feel like it should be Finn Balor who should be the one who destroys the Judgment Day once and for all, because I don't know, man. If you look at the history of Finn Balor and sort of everything the guy have went through, he really needs it the most. Winning the Universal Championship and had to relinquish the next day, having that thing with Roman Reigns, and that shit was like, what in the world was that? Where he fell off the turnbuckle post, and it was real creepy. He was the he was the what was the demon. Yeah, he was the demon. Yeah, I said the Fiend too. We all miss Bray Wyatt. Yeah, man, he was the demon. So like, and then he went back down to NXT, which he flourished for a while and came back up to the main roster and got inserted into the Judgment Day. So I feel like Finn Balor needs it the most, man. Kick everybody out and have that matchup with Dirty Dom, and I feel like that would sort of work in Dirty Dom's favor of slowly becoming a baby face, with getting defeated by one of his own members in the Judgment Day.
Dom could possibly be a babyface.
Yeah, I know.
The
Really
dude
crazy though.
that no one would let talk 2 years ago. To Dom
Mm,
could be one of the biggest baby faces we've had.
mm, mm.
It's a crazy generation. Crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, I'm speaking of
That
Dirty
match with
Dom and
AJ puts
yeah.
Dom on a pedestal.
Yes, it does. Even him beating him though, like that's AJ is no slack, man. For people, just
Oh,
AJ Styles, man, is a legend, man, and yeah, so him beating AJ is definitely big on his resume. Dirty Dom, of course, got a matchup at AAA. Some other guys, man, at AAA, man, we seen over I think a couple of weeks ago, whether it was on Raw or SmackDown. How you feel about Mr. Iguana, man? I think a lot of people was really behind Mr. Iguana. It was just something different, coming out there with an iguana. Not more so like how Santina Morella always pulled out the snake or the socko at the end. My man, Mr. Iguana, he be wrestling with the iguana though. Like, I mean, I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
you know what character he reminds me of, bro? He reminds me of Perry Saturn with Moppy,
Oh wow, yeah, it
where Perry would
kinda.
always fight for the mop and everything.
Did he ever wrestle
Like
the
that was
mob?
part of his shit. Yeah.
I think yeah, he
Remember, he
did.
put a
He
wig.
did.
He put a wig and everything on it. Put a
Yeah,
face
he
on it and
did.
everything.
He did. He
I,
did. He
I like how
did.
they're doing certain things like this because, like you said, like we don't we don't get to see that often anymore. And seeing those happen, like this dude with the iguana, in a way,
Mm,
he's doing the Joe Hendry way of putting AAA on the map right now. You're gonna think about it just because of the iguana guy, and they've been talking about him
mm,
since WrestleMania. Like
yeah.
those little things is what's putting great marketing, and in a way, it's putting a lot of money in that iguana boy's pocket as well.
Yeah, it is, man. Put a whole lot of
Question
money in a lot.
is it an
Yeah.
iguana or is it a lizard? Like, is this thing real? What we got going on?
Nah, I don't even know. I don't even know. But don't bring it near me though. I'll tell you that much. Don't bring it near me. Hey, Marlo, you seem like you're having a whole bunch of technical difficulties, man. You did say power, right?
The storm.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay, 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 man. We want to keep it safe. We ain't gonna ramble on for too much longer though. But it was a match made on Monday Night Raw, man. It got real chaotic, man. The whole World Heavyweight Championship picture is a lot chaotic right now. And obviously Seth Rollins cashing in at SummerSlam. CM Punk still wants his championship. LA Knight is mad at CM Punk because CM Punk calls LA Knight the championship. And we got Jey Uso in the matchup, though. I was feeling like it was gonna be Roman. So why Jay and not Roman Reigns? I think we lost. He's still there. Okay. Yeah. Well, I feel as though like Jey Uso. Yes, he does need a rematch to his World Heavyweight Championship, which he did lose
Mhm.
to Gunther, which he never got back. I don't think it should be in a fatal four-way matchup, which I don't see Seth Rollins losing at this point. Which I saw him losing last week, and I thought it would have been a great concept of having LA Knight, win the World Heavyweight Championship. While CM Punk distracted Seth Rollins because Seth Rollins cashed in Money in the Bank on CM Punk at SummerSlam, but that didn't happen. Seth is still the champion, though. Yeah, man. Like, are they going to actually probably do the Tribal Thief versus the Tribal Chief instead of having Roman Reigns and the Fatal Four Way? Because that was a little bit weird, knowing Roman Reigns came back and he's been coming out to Seth Rollins, and for him not to be in
Yeah.
that spot just to put Jay in it was not off, but like, hey, okay.
Yeah. Hold on. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. My bad.
We live,
Uh,
folks. We live.
Roman could be there. Roman can't be there. I mean, obviously, I think the storyline is the main thing that everybody's focus is Seth Rollins, which is smart. They're doing that thing very well. It's helping LA Knight in a way. it could revamp LA Knight's loss. That we will always sit there and say that Roman killed LA Knight's push in a way. So it's like this could be that moment to get that rub off again. But I don't know. It looks like Roman wants to feud with the guy that keeps stealing his shoes. So
I know, right?
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I would kind of like
Roman
figure.
I saw a meme that said Roman's coming out in flip flops next week. So
Coming out in flip flops next week. No.
they bringing that heritage for real then, huh?
Yes, they really are though, man. That was wild though. Yeah. Ever since Roman Reigns came back, man, obviously, he been getting his shoes taken by one and only Big Bronson Reed. Yeah, and now they sort of been
Jordan
dubbing
said he
my
can't keep
guy.
giving them kicks.
Oh yeah, now they dubbing my guy the tribal thief now of all things though. But yeah, man, I'm actually loving. Me personally, I feel like they're gonna probably do Roman Reigns versus Big Bronson Reed and probably save
Yeah.
the Braun Breaker versus Roman Reigns or whatever, a little down the line though, because Braun Breaker, even every like it's like every little week or every show that Braun is on, he just drops some breadcrumbs just to show, man, I got personality,
Yeah.
I got charisma. The shit he said Monday night was hilarious too when he said to CM Punk and LA Knight, he's like, so he said, man, you're like 47, like what are you gonna do? Like both of you guys combined, it's like 100 years old, man. I'm like, man, the Steiners and they math is something else, man. Like I don't know if the Steiners built the school right now, man. I don't know if I want to go there though, but I know it'd be really, really, really hilarious though. Like I don't know about this math course I want to take by the Steiners though. It's like, man, you guys are like 100 years old. I'm like, well, he's 40, he's 47. Like, that's close, man. 87, but yeah, I mean, yeah. So I think Roman is probably going to take on the tribal thief and probably get his shoes back. Who knows though? Which hopefully he doesn't though. I want Braun to keep taking shoes. I mean, it looks fun.
I want
But
Braun
yeah,
to do it like how Paul Heyman does with when Brock beat Undertaker's streak. Just keep bragging about it every week to where when Roman finally does get his shoes back, it's going to be a great reaction because like, oh, he finally got it. Oh my gosh, like he got his footwear back. Like they could tell a really good vulnerable story with Roman regarding his shoes. So I'm very excited to see what they're going to do with it. Obviously, with Triple H being the creative mind in this and stuff like that. I mean, only time will tell.
yeah, yeah. Only time will tell, man. Where they go with this one? I was, hopefully we'll definitely see Roman Reigns taking on Bronson Reed. Hopefully coming up soon though. But yeah, man, this has been a week, man. Been a week of wrestling. Anything you wanna chat about, man? That you have in mind?
Uh, not really. I mean, obviously, like we were just talking about AEW and stuff like that. I haven't really seen anything with Hangman out of Page right now.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we got AEW tonight. I know AEW's coming back to Jacksonville. I can't remember when. I'm thinking about going to it or not. I'm not sure yet. But TNA is doing phenomenal. I love what they're doing with Trick Williams being the champ over there. I feel like they're doing really good promotional standpoint on both ends on that. And then obviously we see what we're happening, man. We literally have 122 days left of John Cena. That's
Yeah.
still the craziest thing to me. So I don't know, man. I
Yeah,
feel like
man.
a lot more stuff is going to be more showcased after we get the farewell of Cena. So we'll see what
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. Ain't no DC date on the on this retirement tour. I'm kind of like upset, man. I guess I'm just gonna be stuck with the memories of John Cena, man, ever since I was a little kid. So, but yeah, man. Yeah, everything is seem to be going cool, man. With the whole John Cena thing, and 11 days later, left. We gonna see. We gonna definitely see. All right, man. On this episode of Commission Talk, we gonna wrap it up, man. I know my guy Warren Marlowe having some weather conditions. Looking like it's about to storm over here too as well. But yo, man, we are live here on all social media platforms. Make sure you definitely go subscribe to my guy podcast. The link is in the description. You check it out here on YouTube as well. My guy Warren Marlowe could tell you, man. Tell them where they can find you at, man.
Hey, man, you can find me on Buzzing with Marlowe on Facebook. Find Buzzing with Marlowe on YouTube. Find me on Buzzing with Marlowe on X. I haven't really been on X lately. I'm going to try to get back on it a little bit. I've been a little bit more focusing on getting on TikTok and stuff. A lot of things we're working with. The goal is to at least get 2 episodes per week on my channel. I know it's been a while since we've had a thing, but we had Buzzing with Gaming. We did 2 things of that last week. And, of course, we had Buzzing with Marlowe with Commission Talks this week. So, I mean, just trying to get the content going back up and rolling, and hopefully it ain't going to be storming every day.
Nah. Yeah, man. Last month, it just seemed like it just want to storm rain every single day, though. But yeah, man, some new content, man. That's all about, man. Keep pushing the content out. Definitely also, man, the fall is about to be crazy with some new content here at the 1130 podcast. I don't know. I think we lost my guy Warren Marlowe, but that's all good, man. I appreciate you for definitely tapping in. Definitely make sure you like, comment, share, follow, and make sure, most importantly, you subscribe to Buzzing with Marlowe, man. Man, what an episode, man. It's just been a whole lot of wrestling news. WWE, ESPN. I know the whole UFC thing. I know, which if you are a UFC fan, which I'm a UFC fan, I enjoy, the UFC pay-per-views though, but I'm not paying $60, $70 to watch, nah, I'm not. But the fact now they got the Paramount Plus joint, which should be even more cooler though. So, yeah, I think he's still here. Warren, you still here, man? Still here? You still hanging around? You froze. You froze for a minute, man.
All right.
You gone? Okay. All right.
The storm, bro. This storm is taking us out today.
All right, man. Go ahead. I ain't gonna hold up for you, man. We about to wrap it up, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, man.
You froze again. Okay.
All right, bro. Appreciate it, man. Like you said, Buzzing with Marlowe. We'll try to get one out, one more this week. We got Mr. and Mrs. Marlowe coming out Sunday. Commission Talks, my week next week. Storm will hopefully be gone. But yeah, man, definitely looking forward to it. Great that we're having Commission back. We're definitely going to focus more having dad chats and stuff like that this upcoming season. So yeah, I'm excited.
All right. Hey man, I'm excited for it, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna do that. Looking forward to that. As well, man. Another episode of Commission Talks and the books, man. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. The links will be down below for Buzzing with Marlowe, and definitely follow the 1130 podcast on TikTok and on Instagram, man. For real. New content coming this fall, man, with more reactions, videos, not just wrestling videos. So this is seeming to be cool. This is something I wanted to tap in and do. And of course, the podcast show, I'm working on that one right now as far as more guests, but the Beyond 1130 series will be back in the fall too. So we're doing some real smooth stuff, real cool stuff, man. But I appreciate everybody with the major support, of course, across all boards. And of course, every Monday and Friday when we're doing the watch alongs. Thank you guys, man. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers here on YouTube. So if you come across the channel, you like wrestling, this is the channel you should subscribe to. Man, try to say that fast. You should subscribe to. All right. And also follow the 1130 podcast on TikTok and Instagram. Let's go. But all right, you guys, man, for now, I'm out of here. You guys be safe, be easy, be smooth, man. Give all the glory to God, man. Won't he do it? Yo, it's your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels. I'll see you guys Friday night for Friday Night SmackDown watch along. Yo, subscribe, and tell a friend. I'm out, you guys. Peace.